Welcome to another episode of Collection Archives, where we dive to different items in my collection. Today, we're looking into my display of The Mandalorian Season 1. The display includes SH Figuarts The Mandalorian and the Child, IG-11, Quill from Hasbro Black Series, plus SH Figuarts Stormtroopers, which are from Episode 4, A New Hope. I am aware that this combination of characters did not really interact in the way I have displayed them, but this is my humble attempt to summarize Season 1 in my collection. It is a complicated job to display SH Figuarts Star Wars figures, because of a number of characters that have not been released. Though I have seen the original Star Wars trilogy, where we see Boba Fett for the first time wearing a Mandalorian armor, and then we see in the prequels Jango Fett also wearing a Mandalorian armor. It wasn't until Mandalorian Season 1 in 2019 where I understood the concept of what it is to be a Mandalorian. The Mandalorian from Disney Plus is a fresh and different series that tells its own stories without completely drifting away from the Star Wars universe. In the Disney Plus series, the Mandalorian himself is called Dindjarin, and he is part of a Mandalorian clan that goes by the name Children of the Watch. In Mandalorian Season 1, Dindjarin, a Mandalorian bounty hunter, accepts an under-the-table commission that would lead him into the most surprising turn of events. His mission: retrieving the child, who would eventually turn into his protege. The Mandalorian flies to the planet where his objective was going to be. He meets a vapor farmer called Quill, who is tired of constant bounty hunting activity in his area. Quill directs the Mandalorian to a heavily defended encampment. In order to rescue Baby Yoda, he would have to team up with IG-11, a bounty hunting droid whose mission was to kill the child. Eventually, when the Mandalorian and IG-11 found the child, the droid was going to fulfill his mission, but the Mandalorian took him out. So what I'm trying to convey in my collection is the exciting escape through Nevarro's tunnels and Lava River, as they are pursued by stormtroopers. I wanted a cool diorama to display my figures, and since there are no underground Lava River playsets available, I decided to use the Hasbro Star Wars Vintage Collection Carbon Freezing Chamber playset. I know it's a stretch, but I like how it looks. Now, let's move on to Quill. I love his catchphrase, "I have spoken." Quill is an Ugno that lived in Arvala 7 and worked as a moisture farmer. In the series, he aided Dindjarin by showing him where the child was being held, and later in the season, he protected the child with his own life. He's not an SH Figuarts. This is a Hasbro Black Series figure, and I know he did not participate in the standoff. He was essential in the rescue of the child, and this is why I decided to put him in my display. You will see the Stormtroopers, which are SH Figuarts, but from Episode 4, A New Hope. I had to use those figures since Tamashii Nations did not keep the promise announced on the Tamashii Features event in 2020, which consisted in releasing the Weather Stormtroopers from The Mandalorian Season 1. In the Mandalorian Disney Plus series, the Stormtroopers represented the remnants of the fallen Galactic Empire. These Stormtroopers are commanded by Moff Gideon and had occupied Nevarro. What stands out about the Mandalorian figure is the awesome flame-throwing effect that you can see coming out of his right vambrace. This flamethrower effect really helps capture important action scenes from the series. On the left arm, Dindjarin is equipped with a whistling bird, a weapon that shoots small explosive guided munitions. I also like the Mandalorian's armor, which in the Disney Plus series was reinforced with Beskar, and the Beskar armor that we see on the figure is well sculpted by Tamashii Nations. You can also see the Mudhorn signet engraved on his pauldron, a symbol of a clan of two that represents his victory against a Mudhorn. The figure features weapons like the IB-94 blaster pistol holstered in his belt. On his back, an Amban Phase Pulse Blaster, a Disruptor sniper rifle capable of electrocuting or completely disintegrating opponents. On his left hand, he holds a beaver knife, capable of cutting through metal-like materials. Speaking about the child, what I like most about this figure is the amazing painting applications, especially the green tones. This makes the figure really project itself in the display. I am pleased that the hover pram was included with the child, as it is his signature baby accessory. Regarding Droid IG-11, it includes weather parts in its thighs, and robotic details are featured from top to bottom. The head part was something that really differed IG-11 from other droids like C-3PO and K-2SO. IG-11 weapons include 2 utility belts around his body, an E-11 medium blaster rifle, and a DLT-20A, which is used without a scope attached. Quill, being a Hasbro Black Series, is cool, but he is oversized in comparison to SH figure characters. However, it is nicely sculpted, and it does look very much like Quill in the live-action series. Finally, the Stormtroopers, the baddies. Their armor consists of white plastoid plates over a body glove. Their signature weapons are the E-11 medium blaster rifle. What I like the most about Stormtroopers are their reinforced combat helmet. So now that I have described each character, and I have attempted to recreate my version of The Mandalorian Season 1, now you can enjoy this display in my collection where we see our heroes, Dindjarin, the child, Quill, with the aid of IG-11 facing the Stormtroopers, the remnants of the Galactic Empire. So, thank you very much for watching this archive, guys. Let's wrap up this archives entry, and until the next time, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.